Hello my friends, Boomy here once again with another video for you, my Diablo brothers and sisters. How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone is doing well. Holy crap, guys. There was a developer live stream today, part 1, 2 hours long, and we got so much information. I honestly think it was pretty freaking amazing, and I didn't really walk away from it going like, this is stupid, this is dumb, keyboard warrior thing. Nah. Actually, they listened. They really did listen to the community, and we got a lot of things that people were asking for. So we're gonna go into the blue post right there. I'm not gonna like bog you down with rehashing the entire live stream, but we are gonna go hit the little points here and there and we're gonna talk about it as well. But can I just say about my luck? Last night played a little Diablo 4, saw the butcher 2 times, and got myself a goblin. It was great. It was a little treasure goblin just there. And in fact, the first time I had no idea it was the butcher. He just came out of nowhere, and I'm just like going around killing all the things with my necromancer and bone spearing everything to death. And then I realized, oh wait, it's the butcher. Okay, well I put him down pretty quickly. Anyways, that was just me bragging. But let's get into the news because there is such a lot. So here we go. Not only did we get a lot of stuff containing about Season 2, which I'm going to do a separate video about Season 2 in general. And Season 2 is looking really awesome. But we got a lot of quality of life changes, a lot of awesome things that people in the community have been screaming for. So let's get into it. It says, during the developer update live stream, the team dove into many community requested features coming with Season of Blood. The following quality of life features arrive a Season of Blood. It's redundant, but it is what it is. It says the 5 new end game bosses, which we already knew about. They already talked about this. But like I said, we have 5 end game bosses that have been added across Sanctuary to increase the variety of end game experiences offered, providing better opportunities to obtain specific, unique, and uber unique items. I think this is great. This is awesome. They're targeting these 5 different bosses. Will have a different loot table, and we'll be able to target whatever loot we are trying to chase and go after in this per whichever boss it is. I think that's great. That's awesome. Continue on. The new boss fights are unlocked based on succeeding in different tasks across Sanctuary, with different resources required for facing each boss, and each new fight becoming available as you progress through Weird World Tiers 3 and 4. Specific details to encounter each bosses can be found in Seasons of Blood article, which we'll get into in another video. The reward pools for these endgame bosses have been significantly improved. Each boss drops, as we said, specific uniques exclusive to each individual boss fight. The Duriel boss fight will significantly increase the chance to drop uber uniques, making the process of accessing these coveted items more achievable. Each individual boss also has a chance to drop unique cosmetics specific to each boss, making the access to specific cosmetics in-game more targetable. And like I said, I love this. This is a great idea. We're going to be able to go, say you need this certain type of thing for your build, for your barb, or for your rogue, or whatever. And this one boss, this is the guy. This boss has the things you need. I'm going to go target that boss, and I'm going to farm it until it gets done. Instead of having to go through the whole litany of the game and going, well, dear God, I hope I get those boots. This is great. This is what a lot of people have been asking for, and I think this is awesome. Let's continue. Now, endgame activities. This is something a lot of people, well, not a lot of people. I mean, there have been people. Did you know that the majority of people who play games are casuals and not hardcore players? Just saying. So, yeah, a lot of people have been asking for more endgame. And yeah, I can see it. I'm in the endgame. I played it. I can see where they're like, well, maybe there should be more things to do because we're tired of, like, I don't know, beating down the same nightmare dungeon, going after the Legion, going after, the Tree of Whispers, and all that jazz. I get that. But at the same time, most players of video games are casuals, families, schedules. They don't have all day to just play a video game. God, I wish I had that time on my hands. That'd be great. With the endgame activities, the time between Legion events has been reduced from 30 to 25 minutes. Legion event warning timers increased from 5 to 10 minutes now. And they fixed an issue where the Legion event pin would not display at the edge of the player's minimap if a whisper was active for the Legion event. Thank God that always annoyed me. The world boss fight is available more frequently to players on all world tiers, as the spawn times have been reduced from 6 hours to 3 hours and 30 minutes. That's great. I killed a world boss last night. It was awesome. World boss warning timers have increased from 30 to 60 minutes, and they also fixed an issue where the world boss pin would not display at the edge of the player's minimap if a whisper was active for the world boss. They also increased visibility. A message is now broadcast. This is something a lot of people have been asking for, to all players when the world boss is 15 minutes away from spawning. All great things. All great things. So far, I haven't run into anything I'm like, this is dumb. Gold and experience rewards have been increased from the following activities: Helltide chests, cashing in gem or grim favors, and completing individual whispers. This is great. Anytime you get more XP, and there's a lot more XP coming our way. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. And a lot of gold. Let's continue. To ensure enemies consistently give experience relative to the current player level, the nightmare sigils rewarded from whisper caches will now always be within 5 levels of the highest level nightmare dungeon the player has completed. To improve readability, Helltide chests now has specific icons on the map to indicate their type. Oh, thank God, that makes sense. And whisper caches adhere to the item slot of the cache. Now, we're going to go into this about experience and the monster leveling, and they've just like, it's going to be crazy. Guys, you're going to be leveling like crazy after level 70. It's going to be great. Let's get into it. Experience and monster leveling decrease the time spent to reach level 100, making the journey about 40% freaking faster. 40% faster. Holy snickerdoodles. The experience gained from killing monsters at level 50 plus has been significantly increased and raises steadily as you level. Prevent monsters from being less powerful as character level increases by making monsters in World Tier 3 and 4 match the current player level at a minimum after levels 55 and 75 respectively. This increases the overall experience of leveling, making it much smoother. Incenses, which I don't really use often. They now grant a bonus to experience and persist after death. That's great. I'm going to use them now. Increase the potency of experiences, bonuses, elixir, seasonal blessings, etc. by making them multiplicative with the world tier bonus. That is awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, we have complained. People have complained, and I get it. After 70, it is a slug to get to 100. Blizz listened. The community went out there and asked questions and complained, and I get it. Some were a bit over the top, but Blizzard listened, and that's what we want them to do. And now watch. People are like, it's too fast, Blizzard. Oh my God. That's going to happen. Let's continue. Let's get into some Nightmare Dungeon fun. Expediting the demon slaying process as Nightmare Sigils now teleports you directly into the Nightmare Dungeon. That's freaking awesome. Avoided some players is not getting Nightmare Sigils from dungeons that have no final boss. Nightmare Sigils are now rewarded upon completing a Nightmare Dungeon instead of a final boss defeat. Objectives have been removed from some dungeons. Only defeating the boss is needed to defeat the Nightmare Dungeon. And multiple Nightmare Dungeon afflictions have been updated. Now, here they are. Backstabbers has been updated. Close monster attacks from behind you cause you to become vulnerable. Vulnerable damage taken is increased by a percentage. Monster critical strike has been also worked on. Death pulse, lightning storm also, and drifting shade. They also massively reduce backtracking, which is very important, by placing all dungeon objectives on the critical path of a dungeon, making them much harder to miss by taking the wrong turn. Thank you, God. Many dungeon layouts have been redesigned. Thank you. And improved the overall readability of traps by enhancing their overall visual effects and reducing their crowd control, which honestly, that never really bothered me. End caps have been added to ensure dungeon layouts don't feel too linear. That's great. And Paragon Glyph experience has been increased. I will never complain about that. As for events, they also made dungeon events more worthwhile enticing to players by increasing their monster density. That makes XP a lot happier. And NPCs should no longer be killed with one hit in World Tiers 3 and 4. Well, that's just unfortunate. Sometimes, I'm sorry, my Bone Spear will kill an enemy with one hit. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm just awesome and powerful. Item adjustments. They significantly freed up inventory space by making, and this is really awesome. I really like this part. By making gems a crafting material. Gem materials can now be taken to a jeweler for crafting. So in other words, you're going out there in the world, you're killing all these things, and instead of just like a gem just appearing and it taking up space in your bags, materials. so it goes in material slot. So bits and pieces of a gem appear and it goes in material slot. You never see it again until you go to the jeweler to make, say, your awesome topaz. That's what you wanted, or your emerald, or your diamond. And but if you do make those, like say you make your little topaz, you're awesome. That does actually take up bag space, but in the beginning part of it, it doesn't. And it's great because they're just materials. It goes right into your material slots. I think this is a good win. Let's continue. They prevented players from losing their progress on hardcore character from connectivity issues. The scrolls of escape are now consumed if a hardcore player disconnects while in combat, teleporting them to a safe location. That's great. That's awesome. Seeing people complaining about that. They also reduce the chance of being locked into certain stats on a Legion item or legendary item, by reducing their overall enchanting costs. They reduce overburdening inventories and causing unnecessary trips into town. In World Tier 3, normal, magic, and non-sacred rare items will drop as crafting resources. Ooh, I like that. In World Tier 4, normal, magic, and non-ancestral rare items will drop as crafting resources as well. Gold drop rates in World Tiers 3 and 4 have been increased to compensate for this. Yes, please. Thank you very much. I thought about that during when I was watching the live stream, like, but wait a second, I like going in there and making me some gold. At the same time, I like how they thought about this. We're going to get some extra gold. We're going to get the crafting mats. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. So let's continue. Higher level monsters in World Tiers 3 and 4 drop sacred and ancestral items of greater item power potential. Normal Whisper Cache rewards now provide plus 10 item power. Upgraded caches now provide plus 20 item power rewards. Helltide Cache rewards now provide rewards of plus 20 item power level. I'm down with that sickness. Let's bring it, baby. And miscellaneous improvements that are coming our way. Reduce the time spent having to regain renown each season. I love this. This is great. All earned renown rewards persist between seasons and characters. This does not include experience or gold. Earned skill points, potion capacity, max obols, and paragon points earned from renown will persist between each character. Renown, experience, and gold must be earned on each character instead. For example, character 1 earns renown tier 2 in a region, gains 1 skill point, 1 potion capacity. Creates character 2, earns renown tier 1 in a different region, still gains the 1 skill point. That is awesome. I really like that. It says this does not, however, apply to hardcore characters. It's called hardcore for a reason, y'all. For non-hardcore characters, Altars of Lilith and map discovery progress will still carry over. Coveted items can now be marked as favorite and cannot be sold or salvaged. 2 additional character slots have been added for all those people who have made tons of characters already. Ease the ability for players that haven't completed the campaign to access seasonal content earlier by adding the option to skip the campaign on character creation if any character on your account has completed the prologue. And prevented wasted minion and companion attacks by ensuring minions and companions no longer target invulnerable enemies. Thank you. That's very nice. My skeleton warriors and mages will do that very much. Now we have a lot of cool things that it comes to when it comes to mounts, and here we go. I really like this. Improve the horse riding experience by improving the overall responsiveness of mounts. They are less likely to get stuck, which is so annoying, on barriers or slow down unexpectedly. They also reduce the time it takes to travel across Sanctuary by increasing spur duration, which now breaks barricades. And I saw this. It looks really great. And this is awesome because I hated going. You're in a stride. You're doing your thing. You're John Dutton. You're doing whatever. And then here comes a barricade and you had to stop. And now you don't have to. So it's awesome. Base speed increased by 50%. This does not affect top speed. They remove the need for players to place their cursor on the edge of their window for max speed. General speed has been improved relative to cursor placement. Improved combat and mount versatility by reducing ability cooldowns by 50%. Now this is really awesome. They listen. This is great. I walked away from this live stream going, dang, Blizz, you doing good. The manual dismount cooldown has been reduced from 10 to 5 seconds. Forced dismount from damage cooldown has been reduced from 10 to 4 seconds. And the delay between dismount combat skill becoming available after mounting, example, Barbarian's Bounding Slam, has been reduced from 10 to 3 seconds. Now we have some town adjustments coming in. Guys, we're almost done. Thank you for bearing with me. Additional stashes have been added to all capital cities near important vendors. They also reduce the need to travel to capital cities by adding stashes to all small towns with waypoints. They reduce the need to travel to capital cities by adding an occultist to the Tree of Whispers waypoint. Thank you very much. And they reduce the need for additional walking. Purveyors of curiosities have set up shop closer to waypoint in several capital cities. Corvashad, Zabenzet, Ked Bardu, and Gikal, or what, that one town. Chicago. Improve navigation through Sanctuary following character creation by adding 10 waypoints to the list of automatically unlocked waypoints for those that skip the campaign. There will be 2 waypoints in each region. Note that for players that choose to skip the campaign and haven't unlocked these 10 waypoints on any character, they will not be automatically available, and that totally makes sense to me. And I swear, my friends, we are just about done. The UI and UX fixes are thus: they improve item sorting and overall organization by adding stash search and stash filter functionality. That is awesome. Thank you very much, Blizz. Improve streaming functionality by adding streamer mode, which hides sensitive information such as character names or battle.net usernames, which is awesome. You would have thought they would have done that in the beginning. But also they continue improved organization by displaying item effects, tooltips in more intuitive and consistent order. Improved organization by grouping extracted aspects with the same legendary powers together when sorting in your stash and inventory. They improved navigation functionality by adding the ability to auto-run. When moving in the direction, the player will continuously move in the direction faced, or whether the cursor is placed until another movement is activated or a skill is initiated. I don't know if I like that so much, only because God knows what you're going to run into. I mean, I'm glad it's in there, but my ADD will go crazy. They also improved navigation by adjusting the zoom level on the minimap. That's great. Added an option for hiding all combat text, i.e. vulnerable, dodge, fortified. I mean, I'm okay with that. Improve unique item visibility. Party on. Improve access to the screen reader option by enabling it by default. And they also improve the cursor contrast colors and options for versatility and customization. This is only the top level list of improvements, including with Season of Blood. To take a more in-depth look, watch the recap of our developer update live stream below. So there you have it, my friends. We have so much coming in with Season 2, Season of Blood. That's not only going to be part of the seasonal content, but it's going to be part of Eternal as well. I mean, not all the stuff, right? But some of the big changes they are making for the base game itself are going to be in the Eternal realm. But, the seasonal stuff's going to be in the seasonal realm. Duh, this is how that works. So October 17th, this all lands. It's going to be a big update, a lot of fixes. What I took away from watching this live stream 1.5 times and reading this news about it is that Blizzard, listen, a lot of things that they added to this season and to the base game is a lot of stuff that we, the people in the community, have been screaming and asking for. Now, a lot of people are like, well, why did they put this in the first place? Who cares? They're putting it in on the 17th. You can wait 2 weeks. You'll be fine, Bobo. You'll be fine. Hey, eat your Hot Pocket, go outside and see some sun. You're going to be good, bro. You're going to be good. I'm looking forward to this. I'm excited about all the changes in here. So we have another live stream coming on. The 10th is going to go to even more detail about stuff that's coming in Season 2 and into the base game itself. Guys, Blizzard is listening. I know we all love to take pot shots at Blizzard, but at least we've got to give credit where credit is due. Blizz has listened to the community, and they are making the changes they need to make. It's not always going to be overnight, these changes, but in seasons, they are coming. And in Season 2, we are getting a whole crap ton of great changes to the game. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it, and you should be too. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's keep the conversation going now there. What are your thoughts about Season 2 on the quality of life and all the new adjustments and all the new changes that are coming into Diablo 4? Like I said, we're going to do a separate video completely just for Season 2, what we're going to get in there and be all vampire-y and all that jazz, which is looking pretty cool. It's like the World of Warcraft, Shadowlands. That's what it kind of reminded me of. We'll do a separate video about that. But right now, what do you guys think about all the changes that are coming into this game? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you hit that like button. The more likes we get, the more the algorithm likes us, and of course, we want it to like us. Share the video and hit that bell notification button as well. And most importantly, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Become part of the family here at BoomyNation, the freak show of YouTube, the black sheep of gaming. As always, my friends, learn to be kind. It's about community. Don't forget to spay and neuter your butchers. We'll see you later, my friends. Good day.